It was the family, you know, because again, my brothers were all in the seminary, and we visited them. Also, people from my school had been in the seminary, so it wasn't like going into a different world. It was like just going to continuation of what I went through in grade school. The seminary was part of our lives. We visited in the summer. And so priesthood, I think when I was a kid, I wanted to be a fireman or something. But as far back as I can remember seriously, it was just I was going to follow my brothers. Two became priests, one left and raised a family. And but his kids went to the seminary as well, none persevered, but it was a family tradition. I think it was never in a sense of Vincent, and wasn't in a sense I wanted to work with the poor, because it wasn't emphatic. At the time I was into the seminary, we were trainers of seminarians. When I was ordained, we were running 17 seminaries in the Western United States. And we have a long tradition all the way back to again, Perryville, you know, is 1818. And they were the kind of the center of the church, Western United States. And so I think the Vincentian element is the people I knew, the confreres, the priests, the daughters of charity. That was the Vincentian spirit, the Vincentian life, the Vincentian family. That's always been a very important part, I think, when all is said and done. To be a Vincentian is to be a member of the Brotherhood. When I was first ordained, the first house, we was at high school, was a high school seminary, one of our own. And there were 9 priests on the faculty. The oldest man in the house was 39. When I went to St. Louis, we were combined, the college and the high school living together, there were 25 confreres. So that's been my experience. Large houses, many confreres, lots of involvement. So I've been very fortunate. My first superior, thank God, he was a great Vincentian, a great superior. And at the time, again, we'd work all day, go to school all night. So 2 of us were driving to school, we got in an accident. So we came home and figured, oh God, you know, the car is damaged. Fortunately, the superior was outside for some reason. We drove up, and he said, what are you doing home from school? We had an accident. And he said, was anybody hurt? And we said, no. He said, good. He said, call everybody at home, call everybody tonight, we're having a party. And we said, but the car, he said, we'll pay for that. He said, no, you're okay. Celebration. So he taught me a great deal. It's hard to distinguish what's Vincentian and what's just me. It's just all one. And so to say a highlight is Vincentian, I think if you wanted to say rootedness, Perryville. You know, we've been there since 1818. I was 9 years as a student there. I taught there, fortunately. So when I go back, it's like, this is home. And you go to the cemetery, and they're all there, you know, all my teachers, friends. Fortunately, no enemies. But so it's that, I think. And the same thing whenever I've had a celebration of my various anniversaries, I always go back to my home parish, which fortunately still remains to be a Vincentian parish. And again, it's like bonding with the past, and it's that element of saying a rootedness. Realize that Jobs will come and go. Houses will come and go. In fact, every house that I have worked in is gone. So all you have, again, I'm going back to the same theme, is the confreres. You know, so treasure them, get to know them, work with them, and that'll be your safeguard. And when you finally reach the old age and you wind up hopefully at Perryville, you'll be with the people you began with. No, I'm just grateful for the opportunity of what I've had. I've had a good life. The community has been good to me. I have problems and difficulties, as everybody does. No life is going to be without difficulties. Fortunately, I was able to live through them, to survive them, if you will, at times. But I think on the whole, it's been a good journey. I hope everybody else has the luck of good confreres to live the journey with.